Instagram, good morning. Hey, Facebook, good morning. I want to say welcome to this video, y'all. This is your coach, Tonetta, your certified life coach and career coach. I want to say good morning to y'all. I hope that you all are doing well. Facebook, I have you right here. And Instagram, I have you over here. Like I said, definitely welcome to this video this morning. This video this morning is talking about your bounce back game. Or some of you all may call it resiliency, or how you get over the bad days and that kind of thing. Whatever word you want to use, I call it bounce back and I call it resiliency, because that's how I apply it to my life. Like I said, I definitely want to talk to you about that this morning. I think the title says your bounce back game has to be strong in order for you to, has to improve in order for you to, of course, improve as well. And what I mean by that, we know that, of course, I know that. I don't know if you all saw the post that I posted last night. I was going through a little bit of something. I wanted to make sure that I was honest, open, and transparent with you all about what's going on, my downfalls, what the bad days that I have, how I'm able to make it through and that kind of thing. Because those are the things that, of course, you need to learn through our life in order to get over any kind of hump you're going through, any kind of situation or experience you're going through. I don't care if it's a relationship issue, a job issue, an issue with yourself, with your kids, whoever it's with. We have to learn how to bounce back and carry on and move our lives forward instead of staying stuck in that place, wherever that trauma and that drama occurred. I just want to make sure y'all understand that. Like I said, that was one thing that I understood several years ago when I was, of course, going through my process, the meat of my process, the real part of my process. I guess I put it that way. But like I said, I definitely had to realize that the longer that I stay down, the longer that I stay putting myself down, the longer that I stay depressed, or the longer that I stay in a bad mood, that kind of thing, or angry or bitter or resentful, the longer it's going to take me to climb out of that. I had to understand that. And like I said, that's why I'm bringing y'all this. I'm sorry, y'all, my shoulders hurt. I did some burpees yesterday. But like I said, that's what I'm bringing y'all this morning, just to let you all know, that give y'all some inspiration to go on with your day-to-day. Because I know some of you all, like me, you may be going into an office. You may be going into your, remote from work, working from home job, that kind of thing, or whatever kind of business that you have. You're ready, and you're not feeling as good as you should feel, that kind of thing. You had a bad night, that kind of thing. Like I said, at some point we have to realize that we have to pick ourselves up along the way. On that post I did last night, I talked about, of course, my process as well, as far as, part of my process. As far as me, of course, the first thing I did was, of course, grab the Bible to, of course, start reading last night. And that's something that I hadn't done years ago. I do it now, but like I said, years ago, I did not do that. I just called myself trying to get through the situation, trying to get through this, trying to get through that, trying to still function, still upset, still got all these things in my head going on. But I had to learn how to clear those things. That's why I said my bounce back game, your bounce back game has to improve in order for you to improve. We all know, or I can't say we all, because maybe you don't know, but I know that what I know from my own experience and what I know from working as a social worker for 20 plus years and as a life coach for several years as well, that I know that the longer that you stay down, feeling sad, the longer that you stay down, feeling that you're the victim all the time, the longer that you stay down, being depressed and those kind of things, the harder it is going to be for you to climb out of that. And it's going to take you a bit longer. I guess I put it that way. The first thing you always have to do is change those thoughts that's in your head. Yes, I was... excuse me, y'all, comparing myself to others yesterday about this person, this going on, and they got this going on and that kind of thing. And I had to hold myself. I had to stop myself from doing that yesterday. I had to just shut everything off, my phone, the computer, everything that I had. I just tried to look at TV a little bit. I didn't really pay attention to it because I wasn't really feeling the TV either. Like I said, we know that, or I know that, having to go through, of course, bouts of depression. I had some suicidal tendencies back in the day, all types of things, some anger issues, bitterness issues, resentment issues, holding grudges, and all those types of things for years. And like I said, the longer I kept myself down and the longer I kept myself not able to bounce back, the harder it was for me to climb up out of that. I'm telling y'all the same thing this morning. Now I'm to a point where it may just take me an overnight just to go ahead, or a day just to go ahead and work through some things, change my thoughts to, of course, start telling myself some positive things, whether it's reading the Bible again or doing a video like this or whatever it is to get me out of that funk. I had to go. Now I know how to go ahead and do that right away instead of waiting for days and days and weeks and weeks and months, and then sometimes it was years, because it definitely was years that I was down low like that, actually. Yes, I present it to the world because I'm always a happy-go-lucky person. I'm always wanting to have fun and smile and do all these things and make others laugh. That's just my personality. But of course, get me home. I'm home at home alone, that kind of thing. All these thoughts are running through my head, and it's back to that same victim mode. It's back to the same negative thoughts and that kind of thing. Like I said, at some point, I had to realize that I had to change that. There's nothing, yes, of course, I can plant these seeds for you. Anybody else can plant these seeds for you all day long. But until you realize that how important it is for your life, there won't be any changes made in your life. In this particular area, I can tell you that already. Because I have lived it and I have seen it. And like I said, in order for you to, of course, to move forward, I guess I put it that way, you have to realize that your bounce back game, how resilient you are, how you're able to, of course, have your breakthrough and, of course, push yourself forward. That time lapse has to lessen. It cannot last. It can no longer last for weeks and months and years. Yes, I'm telling you that it cannot. Same thing I told myself. I cannot be in a depressed mode or in an unhappy mode for weeks, months, and years anymore. That took me less than 24 hours to get my shit together last night in order for me to do this video this morning and move ahead this morning to go on to something else. And like I said, I'm telling y'all the same thing. It does not. Yes, it can take years if you let it. That's only if you allow it to. You keep telling yourself that same story, whatever happened to you, all the bad things that happened to you, the negative things, all the time. Yes, that's exactly what you're going to get. That's karma. That's sowing what you reap. Reaping what you sow. That's the law of cause and effect. It's the same exact thing. You get out what you put in. You're putting in the negativity. You're putting in the woe is me. You're putting in the victim mode. That's exactly what you're going to keep on getting until you learn how to change your own thought process, your own mindset, your own everything, your own beliefs and values inside your head. It's not going to change until you start doing that. A lot of us, I didn't want to do the work at first. Actually, the first time I ever started doing soul searching was I was back in my 20s. That's after I left my ex-husband back in the day. And I think I told y'all that story. If not, I'll tell y'all a different day. But like I said, that's when I first started. I was in my mid-20s doing my first time. I called it soul searching. I didn't know it was called personal development or what mindset changes or whatever. But like I said, that was the first time that I ever started trying to work on myself in the inner me. As far as trying to make me happy, as far as trying to make sure that I had inner peace and freedom. I finally got to that point, yes. But like I said, that's when I first started doing the work that I thought was the best work that I can do at that time from what I knew. No, I didn't know all the things that I knew now. If I did, I'm probably sure I may be farther ahead, or maybe I have no idea what point I'll be at. But like I said, I did not know those the things that I know now back then, back in my 20s. The internet was just new. People were trying to navigate that. I think I had my first little AOL computer, that kind of thing. But all this information wasn't on there, whether I can find. As far as soul searching went, I didn't know that you had to search personal development or mindset, these kind of things to get this kind of information. I know that now. Back then, I had no idea because I didn't know how to use the computer that well. It was just new to us. About a year or two in my mid-20s, it was like it was new to us. But like I said, now we have all this stuff online. You see me on here for those who hear my voice and those who, of course, follow me and that kind of thing. And those who, of course, need the words, the encouraging words, and the encouraging words that I have to say in order for them to move forward. This is for you. This I'm speaking to myself as well. Like I said, I know that I cannot sit back. I know that I have people that are depending on me. I know that I have people that need to hear these seeds and hear these positive thoughts and these processes in order for them to get through their bad situations as well. And like I said, yes, I'm a social worker, I'm a coach and all those kind of things, but I cannot sit back for weeks, months, and days anymore and years to, of course, dwell in unhappiness and dwell in this and that and woe is me and this kind of thing. I have to pick myself back up, and that's why I'm telling y'all the same thing. Once you start going through your processes, once you start getting your own process down to how you're going to pull yourself out of those situations, and like I said, it always starts with the mindset and the thoughts first. Then you can, of course, go ahead and start, like I said, start training yourself to pull yourself out of those bad, negative areas in your life a lot quicker. Like I said, now, man, is just about a day, under a day. It may not go any under than that because, of course, I had to cry and that kind of thing last night and get things out. That's for everybody. Sometimes it may take more than a day, 2 days at the most, 3 days at the most. But like I said, I cannot no longer stay for weeks and months and years in those kind of areas where I'm, like I said, woe is me and I can't move forward. I'm stuck in that area because I'm comparing myself or because I'm upset with somebody or because somebody did me wrong or whatever it was. My life, your life, the same thing for anybody else is going to stop at that moment. And you're going to be stuck in that moment of trauma and drama until you pull yourself out of it. And that's something that you have to realize that you have to get together in order for you to move ahead the way you want to move ahead and have that happiness, that inner peace, and that less stress and that inner freedom that you want. I don't care what area of life it is in, life itself, finances, career, anything. You have to realize that. I had to realize that as well. So like I said, I definitely want to bring y'all these words this morning, just a little bit of words of encouragement to let you all know that you can do this. I'm doing this and I'm showing you the work as well, but you can do this as well. This is not just for me because I'm a social worker or because I'm a black woman or because I'm a coach or because I know more information than you. You know information too. If not, you can look it up or you can look at my page and find it. It'll walk you through some processes, I'm sure that. My YouTube will walk you through some processes, I'm sure that. You have to search for it, yes. But like I said, it's definitely in there. And like I said, that's just to let you all know, that's the reason that I'm creating TC University. TC University is a platform, an online educational platform, a membership club that I'm creating to, of course, help you all get through these points in your life. It will include things like this in there as well. But like I said, at some point, we have to realize that there's areas in our life that if we don't move forward in those areas, we're always going to stay stuck. The mindset and the thoughts is one. That's the biggest one, actually. Next to me is the belief. If you don't have belief in yourself to even move forward, then you will never have that. I don't care what you're trying to say. The words don't matter. It's the actions and the thoughts. And like I said, that's one thing that TC University is being built on, trying to teach you those things that folks did not teach you back when you were growing up, teach you those things that's going to help you get through your traumas and your dramas a lot faster over time, because you, of course, have to practice and put in the work, just like I have. Just like anybody else that may have been telling you about their inner freedom and their inner peace and how they got to that point. It takes work, y'all. It's just not a one and done thing. It definitely takes work. I cannot tell you how long it's going to take. I have no idea. My first time soul searching, like I said, was back in my mid-20s. Or trying to soul search, I'll put it that way. The main thing, I'm 45 years old now, so I guess that was, 20-something years old. I'm still working on myself in certain areas. No, I'm never going to have anything perfected. Nobody's going to ever be perfect at all. We can all live perfect in our imperfections. We can do that. But over time, you learn to master certain areas of your life in order for you to move forward, whether that's the finance area, whether that's the self-education area, whether that's the area about career or whatever it is, business, you learn to master certain areas. It's not that you, of course, are perfect in those areas at all. Everybody's going to have a downfall day, just like I did yesterday, like I was telling you all about. Everybody's going to have that for the rest of their lives. That's never going to change. I know if somebody tell you that they don't have that, they're a damn lie. Everybody has that. But it just depends on how long you stay in those bad days and those bad times and the traumas and dramas that's going to show you how your life can be. If you stay down in the trauma and drama for years and weeks like I have before, months and all those kind of things, then yeah, you're going to be held back a long time until you figure out that you have to pull yourself out of that. That's the breakthrough that you need in order for you to move forward. It's called resiliency, but to keep it short and to keep it easy for you all to understand, I just call it the bounce back game. How fast can you bounce back from these situations? And it's not, I'm not talking about lying to yourself at all. I'm definitely not. I'm not talking about lying to yourself or faking it till you make it, none of that kind of stuff. You have to go through the triggers. You have to go through the emotions, the feelings, and the thoughts. Get all that out to figure out how you can move forward. And like I said, that's what I have done, and that's what I talk about in TC University as well. And like I said, if you all want to learn more about TC University, for Instagram, there's a link in my bio that you can, of course, get connected with me so that you can get some information about TC University, when it's dropping, when it's launching, that kind of thing. And on Facebook, you will have a link in the description of this video that you can click on as well so that you can go ahead and submit your information to get that information about TC University, when it's dropping, when it's going live, all that kind of stuff, so that you can start, like I said, getting the tips and the tools and the inspiration and the empowerment to, of course, start working on yourself and doing your own inner work. So with that, y'all, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in this morning. Again, I'm Tonetta, your certified life and career coach. I want to say thank y'all for being here. Like I said, I'm definitely one of the people that I have always been honest, open, and transparent with everything that I'm doing. And if you all want to go back and look, like I said, I did my journey live. I put it that way on video. The first year, I got to telling my story, speaking my truth, that kind of thing. Yes, a lot of those videos may have been they talk about a lot of different things. The sexual abuse I suffered, all types of stuff. Like I said, you can catch those videos if you want to go check them out. I have over several hundred videos on YouTube. The ones towards the end, I guess towards the bottom when I first started, those are the videos I'm talking about. Go and check those out, y'all. If you want to know what kind of coach or what kind of person I am, like I said, I told it all and I spilled it all. And I'm going to continue to tell my story as well to help the next person that needs to, of course, hear my voice and that needs my voice to, of course, move forward in their own life. So with that, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Instagram, take care, y'all. Y'all have a great day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And Facebook, the same with y'all. Take care. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget, 6:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. You'll have a video similar to this. I know I was doing the Great Resignation series, but I had to cut that a little bit short so that I can, of course, talk to y'all about this situation that I was going through to make sure that you all knew that you all were not alone in these situations when you're going through them as well. So with that, y'all, like I said again, take care. Make sure that y'all get the information. Click the link in the description about TC University so that y'all can get the information about that launch and when it's going to drop, y'all. So take care.